This is Grendel from the epic poem Beowulf. He is a demonic creature that lives in a cave underwater, and he comes out at night and he devours humans. So I'm just putting in some skin texture. I don't know if you can see it on here, but it's like a what this is, I made this tool using a brush cleaning brush. You can buy them, I think people use them for like hair brushes, or maybe even painting brushes, like oil, when you do oil painting, to clean these little spikes. It comes on a bigger brush that fans out. So I take that apart and then I add 4 little ones and just super glue into a copper tube. Then you rake over the surface, so creating like a crisscross. Sometimes I'm trying to go with a bit of the flow of the anatomy, so I'm trying to think about how the skin would crease and fold. So I'll probably go in and add some more dots and things and textures afterwards. It's just the first pass over. Then I go in with another little micro tool that is made of, what is that made of? Can't remember now. Just a really guitar string. That's what it is. Guitar string. So what I'm trying to do is create a bit of the sagging down. So I'm just adding in a few little wrinkles. What I'm trying to do is, so rather than the whole thing's all the same texture, adding in some deeper ones. So break it up a bit, and I brush back over with the rake tool. So here we have IPA, isopropyl alcohol, on a brush that is just like a bristle brush, painting bristle brush, which I've chopped down a bit, trimmed it down, and I use that to clean up the surface which I've just raked over. So I give it a few sprays. And what this does is stops the little bobbles of clay sticking back onto the sculpture, and it the IPA slightly softens the surface, but not too much. So once it evaporates, you can still sculpt on it and you can still add to it as well. But once you've done that, actually looks quite nice texture. Quite like some of the little bubbles on there. So a couple more sprays. Because monster clay is quite hard, you can be quite aggressive with it, especially if it's like a creature or a monster. You want some nice big textures. If it's human, you'd be much more subtle with it. And for something this scale, I wouldn't even bother doing any skin texture or anything. I'll just show you. This is the brush cleaning brush that I bought. It's similar. I mean, the prongs on it are a bit bigger than the one I've previously using. So I'd break. I think you can just pull this out, pair of pliers, and pull that out, and then you can make your own into brass tubing. I think it's brass, not copper, brass. But then I'd go back over, you can see it evaporates because it creates like, it's got a slight white texture on, but you can go back over again for a lighter pass. And there we have, just creating a bit of skin texture. And if you wanted to add little kind of bobbles and warts and things like that, you can use lighter fluid and grate some monster clay into it and mix it up and dissolve it into a slurry. You can take a brush and you can dab on little bumps, and then you can, or if you have a brush, you can put it in and you can flick it on like you're spattering. And that creates like a surface texture as well as the fire. But you do that right at the end once you're happy with everything, doing it as the final pass. And there we have it. Skin texture on a monster.